Right now at 6 o'clock, 1 year later, sirens wailing across Israel, honoring the lives lost during the October 7th terror attacks as the war in the Middle East intensifies. We are live from Washington, tracking new airstrikes overnight on this solemn anniversary.
And all eyes on the recall. Oakland Mayor Shane Tao putting up a fight this weekend as a high-profile community organization plans to speak out against her. The new details as we close in on Election Day.
Plus, on alert, millions of people racing to prepare for Milton, set to become a powerful Category 4 hurricane. And we are tracking the storm's path as it barrels toward the U.S. This is Today in the Bay. Thanks for joining us on this Monday morning. I'm Chris Sanchez. I'm in from Marcus, Washington.
And I'm Laura Garcia. We'll check that morning commute with Mike in just a little bit. But first, let's talk about this heat. Boy, overnight, the temperatures are still so high.
I know, we got no relief. My AC kept kicking on, especially if you live in inland areas. So I don't want you to put your guard down just yet. We've got one more day of temperatures that could still climb into the triple digits. The heat advisory was extended, and right now, it's 71 degrees and it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Now, just like we're warm right now, we're going to be quick to really get into that upper 80s, 90s forecast. Now and next, what to expect? The heat continues for today. We've got that heat advisory that was extended through the afternoon. The heat warnings were dropped because we've got the influence of an onshore flow that should help change things up. Now, heading into the middle of the week and the later portion of this week, we do have some cooling changes. So by the time that we get to tomorrow, you'll already notice the daytime high is just a little bit cooler. Still warm though, which means yes, still seeing that elevated fire danger, especially for our inland hills. But with that cooling expected ahead, I think you're going to like what you see in the forecast. So make sure to stick around. I've got you covered on that extended outlook. But first, let's get a check of how those roads are doing with Mike.
Yeah, we have a couple of changes. Most of your commute pretty predictable for a Monday, but over here in the Tri-Valley, southbound 680 shows a slowdown from 580 in Stone Ridge all the way down to Bernal. There was a crew in the northbound direction overnight. That cleared on schedule. The southbound side, there may be a crew clearing from that direction, although Caltrans has nothing scheduled in the grid there. We'll track that. No reports from CHP, but clearly those sensors show the slowdown. The other issue is not the slowing through Richmond. It's eastbound 580 or westbound 580 as folks are coming off of the North Bay side. There's a crew heading into the bridge itself. Back to you.
Thank you very much.
If your insurance policy has been dropped, tell us about it. Scan the QR code on screen right now to fill out our consumer complaint form online.
Thank you. We've got a lot more ahead at 6:30, including a deadly incident now being tied to road rage. It also triggered a brief neighborhood lockdown. Just ahead, new details including
Plus, today marks 1 year since the Hamas attacks on Israel, since over 1,200 were taken hostage. Local synagogues are reportedly beefing up security for today. We'll have much more ahead on that.
And the excessive heat warning issued for the Bay Area downgraded to just an advisory. Still, the hot temperatures people will experience here in the Tri-Valley. Stay with us. You're watching Today in the Bay.
People demand really an end to this war, and that, we cannot be supporting politicians that continue supporting this war.
Right now at 6:30, marking 1 year since a violent terror attack of Hamas on Israel. It sparked a war in the Middle East and protests worldwide. The precautions being taken here in the Bay Area ahead of any possible demonstrations.
Plus, the Bay Area heat wave breaking records, but after days of triple-digit temperatures, there's some relief on the way. We have the updated timeline for when we might see some cooler temperatures.
Flying into San Francisco, Fleet Week returns to the city by the Bay. We break down everything you need to know. This is Today in the Bay. I'm Laura Garcia.
And I'm Chris Sanchez. Marcus, Washington has the morning off. We want to get right to that forecast because we have been watching it so closely, VNA, and finally we're seeing something coming down.
We are, and you'll notice today when you're out and about, it's still going to feel warm, but
our meteorologist, VNA Arana, is here, and you have some good news. I mean, little bitty.
We're almost there. We're almost there, right? We have one more day of heat advisories for today, triple digits for inland, but look at the 7-day outlook. 80s and 70s in our future.
Well, that's what's happening today in the Bay. The Today Show starts next.
Good Monday morning. Hurricane Milton gaining strength in the Gulf overnight.
Parts of the South facing another hurricane threat. Good morning. It is October 7th. This is Today.